Today I'm going to be talking about how to take notes for your endangered species research project now that you have chosen a species and are looking at your gathering specific information on this species. First, I'd like to mention that you can find the endangered species research components by going to School Loop homepage, hovering over student support, clicking on library, and then if you scroll to the bottom of this page where it says online resources for students, you can click on Eagles Online, and then you can click under online teacher projects on endangered species research project. And here it gives you a basic overview of what the assignment is. And if you click on graphic organizers, help sheets, and other class documents, you can get to a page where it has some of the documents that you'll be using for the class. Some of these documents probably will be updated within the next few days. So right now they might look different from the ones that Ms. Lalaman has handed out to you in class, but they're basically the same. So if you ever lose a document, you can come here and look at it again. So I'm going to click on Endangered Animal Research Project. This is the graphic organizer to gather basic information. And it downloads, and then I can open it up in my download box, and this is how it looks like. So here's the graphic organizer. As you can see, there are a list of internet resources to consult, and then below that there are different category areas or subject areas where you can collect information about your animal. Like, for example, the survival status. Is it endangered, critically endangered, and so forth? Anatomy and appearance, diet, habitat and range, life cycle, reproduction, and so forth. What I would recommend, and this is what I want to stress in this short video, is that when you're doing research, you might not find a statement that exactly says this animal looks like this, but it will talk about the animal's appearance in the course of writing about the animal. So read through a whole article on your animal, and then at every point ask yourself, where does this information fall within the categories that I have to fill in my chart? So here I am at the World Wildlife Federation website, and I'm going to go to species, and then, I'm going to go to species, then go to endangered species over here, and look for the species that I'm doing. Let's say I'm doing the giant panda. And on this page, they have a whole bunch of information. I can see along the sidebar that they have status endangered, so that gives me the survival status. I might also check this on Red List, which is the official place you should go to see what this endangered status is. It tells me how many animals are in the wild and other little facts there. So that is where information is labeled, and it's pretty clear where that goes in my chart. But the main part of the article is not labeled. So it just begins, this peaceful creature with a distinctive black and white coat is adored by the world and considered a national treasure in China. Now, okay, so it is already talking about certain things that I'm looking for, like appearance, and so forth. It doesn't say we're going to now describe how the animal looks like. It just says it. So I have to realize, okay, wait, this is talking about appearance, so now I can put that into my graphic organizer there. So this is what I recommend. Instead of just looking for, oh, I need to find something about its habitat now, and trying to find a different page or trying to, look in this page just for that information, just read the page and then decide, okay, this goes in the first section, this goes in the fifth thing I'm looking for, this goes in the fourth thing, and just keep on reading the page, because more than likely, if you find a good page, most of the information is going to be there. So you're going to kind of not use your time wisely if you try to hop from one page to the other page to the other page and keep doing searches for each little thing you're looking for. For example, I'm continuing on. And it says the rarest member of the bear family, pandas live mainly in bamboo forests high in the mountains of western China. Okay, it's talking about their range, where they subsist almost entirely on bamboo. Okay, it's talking about their diet. They must eat from 26 to 84 pounds of it every day. Something else about their diet, which is interesting because it says it's a formidable task for which they use their enlarged wrist bones that function as opposable thumbs. Okay, something about their anatomy tied into their diet. To eat that much bamboo is pretty difficult. So you need to have big wrist bones. So anatomy and diet. A newborn panda is about the size of a stick of butter. Okay, so something about the life cycle of the panda. See how now I've already found information for 4 or 5 different sections in my graphic organizer. Now, as I read through my article, I can find where those pieces of information belong in my charts. Okay, so survival status endangered. And I could even put in parentheses 1,864 in the wild. Okay, one thing I want to stress here is that you want to take bullet notes. You don't want to write out a full sentence. I would not write out this animal or the giant panda is endangered, because I already know I'm studying the giant panda. In fact, I've written up in this first area here, and I don't need a verb like is. It doesn't tell me anything. I'm just going to try to find the exact word or 2 words or 3 words that capture my point. Anatomy and appearance. I remember it said something about its black and white coat. So I'm just going to write coat, black and white. Okay, and it said something about its opposable thumbs and enlarged wrist bones. So opposable thumbs, large wrist bones, I should say. And it also gave kind of a reason why these opposable thumbs were important. So here I'm going to add a dash under my bullet point because I want to show the hierarchy of this information. I want to show that this information kind of belongs to the opposable thumbs part of the anatomy. So I'm going to write IMP. That's, to me, stands for important. You could write out important. I like to abbreviate words that I use a lot. So I'm going to write important for eating large amounts. And I'm just not going to write any more because I know just in my brain that this is what this means. It means that they have to eat tons and tons and tons of bamboo. Now maybe in the diet section now, I'm going to write needs to eat 26 to 84 pounds of bamboo a day. Okay, so in that one I used a few more words than usual, but I tried to get the exact words that I absolutely needed in order to capture the concept. And as you can see, just by reading a paragraph or 2, I've already filled in 1, 2 different areas. And I'm going to fill in a third because it talked about its range. It said, pandas live mainly in the bamboo forests high in the mountains of western China. So I'm going to put mountains, maybe a dash, western China, and then maybe bamboo forests. And it said high in the mountains, so I'm maybe picturing that it's like at some altitude or something. Maybe I'll put high mountains just to describe that a little bit more. But look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, and I can really see exactly my concept that I'm trying to get at. A full sentence makes for notes that just you can't see quickly. A few words here, a few words there, and putting them in the hierarchy where there's, maybe you have a bullet point and then you have some dashes under that for information that also relates to that bullet point. That makes it very easy to see exactly what your notes mean and the relationship to each other. So I would use bullet points, a few words for each concept, and dashes and arrows and other things that show where information lies with each other. Thank you so much for listening, and good luck with taking notes today.